Hi, in this video I thought I would share the baby carriers that worked for us. So first one is a regular sling, so it's just one piece of material, and we used it when Ari was young, since she was born, and I stopped using it at about 4 months, maybe 5. So the way that you put it on, you find the tag in the middle, then you put it across your chest like this, then you wrap it around the back, then you take the parts, so you cross it around the back, take the pieces over your shoulder, then you're going to push them through this front bit, cross them over like this, leaving a little bit of slack, not too much, because this material is already quite stretchy, and then wrap it around the back and tie it in the front. So I tie it on the side like this, and then from here you have 2 sort of loose pieces of material like this, and this is where you sit the baby. So we have the baby here. It's playing with a timer. Let's let go of the timer. Okay, you can sit with the timer. And so the first thing you do is you take the closest to you piece of material. So there's one farther away, there's one closer. You take the one that's closer and you're going to put the baby into that. So you're going to put the baby's leg into that, and then you're going to sit her in it so that it supports her under the knee like this. So spread it out nicely so that it supports her under the bottom and under the knee. So we have it here, and then you take the other leg and then you push it through this second piece of material, and then you spread it also under the baby, under the bottom, and then it should support her under the knee as well. So in that seated position, she should be supported under the bottom, but also under the knees, like this. And then depending on whether your baby can hold their head, if the baby can already hold the head, you can even free their arms. They can just sit like this, hang out. And if they can't hold the head, then you will support everything, and you will raise this all the way up like this, and you might even support the head like this, and so they just go to sleep there. So this is number 1. I don't use it anymore because I have a different one that's easier to put on, but technically I could use it because the baby weighs only 7 kilos and it's quite comfortable. She's very snug and she's very comfortable there. So this is thing number 1. The way to take the baby out is the reverse of how you put her in. So slide this one off, yeah, and then take the leg out. Take the leg out. Yeah. And then here, take this out. Or you can just lift the baby out by then. And we're done. Oops. Here we go. So that's the sling number 1. Sling number 2 is something similar but a little bit easier to put on. So this is a Baby Hawk Maytai sling. It has a relatively solid back. So this piece is soft, and then it has a little harder material at the top to support the baby's neck. So you would put it on with the tag facing forward like this. You wrap it around your lower ribs, so not the waist, lower ribs is best, and then tie it up fairly tight so that you have like an apron like this. Then you would take the baby, you would lift this flap over the baby, see, so that it supports them around the shoulders. If the baby is really small, it will support the head as well. And then you will take the strap and push it over your shoulder. Then you take it with the opposite hand, grab it, and wrap it around the baby's back like this. So pull it tight, so it's wrapped around the baby's back. So now the baby's held fairly securely. So you hold it here, and then you take the other strap, do the same thing on the other side. So you cross over like this. And so now it is wrapped around the baby's back, and here you have a choice. So what I normally do is I cross it over, and then I pass it under the baby's legs and the baby's knees, and then tie it around my back. And so here we are like this. And then it's really snug and comfortable, and it supports her under the bottom. And so this is the sling that I use around the house nowadays, because it's very easy to put on, very easy to take off, and in the summer it is not too hot. The material sling is quite hot, so it's not, I found that it's not the best in the summer, but this one is really nice in the summer. And so to take the baby out, again, if the baby has already support of the neck, it's obviously going to be bigger, and it can even take the arms out. So Adi normally takes the arms out like this, and then she just hangs out, touches things, and if she needs to go to sleep, then the arms are in, and then she sleeps. So to take the baby out, do the reverse. So untie these here, and then you simply lower it, lower the flap, and put the baby down. Yeah, well done. So this is the second one, and I use it a lot around the house. It is more expensive than the first one. So the first one was really cheap, something like $20. This one was around $70, and I like it. My back feels good, and it is easy to put on. The baby feels secure in it, and it's fairly straightforward. I like it. The final carrier that we have is actually our favorite. It is the most convenient. It's Joyi. I don't know how it's pronounced. And it is the most expensive as well. It costs about $300 New Zealand dollars, so I don't know how many American dollars it is. But we got it on sale, and we actually got one for me and one for my husband, and we both love it. It's very convenient. We use it, actually we keep this one in the car when we go shopping, just pop the baby in. When we go hiking, my husband carries the baby in this, and it also is very easy to put the baby into the back carrier in this one too, when the baby is a bit older. So it is a buckle carrier, which means you want to adjust it to you, and then after that it's best to just keep it at your size. That's why we have two, one for my husband and one for me, because my husband is quite a bit larger than me, and it is a pain in the butt to change the adjustments. So we have two. And so you put it on like you would put on a backpack, except it's a front pack, so it's got straps. Put on here, then you strap it around your waist, or in my case, I strap it around my upper ribs because I'm quite short, and this carrier is slightly too big for me. My husband, though, he's quite big, but he also finds that it's better to put this around the lower ribs rather than around the waist, so you can play around with it. So you tighten it, and this is it. So from here, it's very easy to transfer the baby in and out, because all you do is you unclip the clips. They're magnetic, so press the buttons, unclip, it opens, you take the baby, come on baby, hold the baby to your chest, and then you simply clip her up. So you have here, and then you clip her up like this. So you do not need to tie anything up, you just clip. There is a head support here. There are safety clips here as well, so it's not just on magnetics. Oops, where's the other one? There it is. All the carriers that we have are appropriate for the baby's pelvic health, so the hips are supported because the carriers all support the baby under the knees rather than the legs are just hanging down. So the baby should be in a M position, like this, sitting in an M position, in any carrier that you have. So all of our carriers were checked. We actually hired a professional to come in and analyze our carriers and give us instructions on how to use them properly with the baby and whether they're suitable or not. We have a Darth baby. She makes Darth Vader noises. And so here it is. That's literally it. So you just put the baby in. If the baby is old enough to not need the head support, you just lower the head support here. And that's it. And the baby can also pull her arms out. You want to pull your arms out, baby? There we go. You can pull her arms out and do things with the arms. Older babies like to do that. Younger babies prefer to just sit there. This carry can also be used as a back carry. I don't use it very often because I prefer to see the baby, but it is possible to put them on like a backpack and then you can just do everything around the house. I've used it a couple of times. It's all right, but I don't feel comfortable just having her at the back because she likes to arch out sometimes and I don't feel safe. But otherwise that carrier is appropriate for the back carry. And so this is it. This is very convenient for shopping. Again, you just take her out of the car if you're already wearing this. Take her out, stick her in, shopping, and then put her back into the car seat. And when you want to take her out, you unclip these. Then you unclip these. And here we go. So this is the most expensive baby carrier, but we really love it. It's the most convenient one, and if it wasn't so expensive, we would actually buy another one for the house. But for now, I use this one for the house, and it's fine. The one extra benefit of this one is that as opposed to this, see here, there are cloth panels here over the chest, which doesn't allow me to breastfeed in the carrier very easily. But with this one, the baby is directly against my chest and I can breastfeed her anytime. So if I go on walks, I can just cover myself in a little modesty apron and I can breastfeed her without taking her out of the carrier. With this one, it's a little bit harder. It's possible, but it's not as convenient because then you end up with bunched up clothing. So that's it. These are the 3 favorite carriers that we have. We've tried a few and these are the 3 that we use. The most favorite one is the most expensive one, unfortunately, and then the second favorite one is Baby Hawk, the one with the tied up straps. Hope that this information was helpful. All the best. Toodles.